Welcome back to part 14, Math is Easy Step by Step. We're continuing to work on fractions. Here I'm setting up a stop and pause you try problem. I've got at least a couple of these where you're going to try. We have 3/4 plus 1/20. Now you can only add or subtract fractions with that same common denominator. I've even set up your product table for you. All right, at least I've got partially started, and you can figure out if you need more digits than 7, maybe you need 8, 9, or 10, right? Go ahead and write down all the products of 4 up to 10, and all the products, that's an answer to a multiplication problem, like 20 times 1 is 20, all the way down to 10. Okay, find the common denominator, then you go through the steps as I did earlier in showing you how to add or subtract fractions. Hopefully you've been following along the videos from part 1 to part 2 to part 3, because I had a bunch of examples with highlighted values for the denominators, like 4 and 20 here, to try to make it very easy for you to understand. So you go ahead, you give it a try. I will show you the correct steps and the correct answers in just a moment. So pause in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so in completing the product chart, you can see you have 4 times 1 is 4. And from there on, every time you add 4 to that product, you'll get the next multiplication. So 4 times 2 would be 8. You add 4 to 8, you get 12. That's 4 times 3. 12 plus 4 is 16. That's 4 times 4. 16 plus 4 is 20. That's 4 times 5. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 8 is 32. 4 times 9 is 36. And 4 times 10 is 40. So I've highlighted to make this a little easier for you. 4 times 10 is 40. So it looks like 40 is going to be our common denominator. If you multiply 20 in completing this product T-chart, 20 times 1 is 20. Now you add 20 every time and you get the next product, right? So 20 times 2 is 20 plus 20, which is 40. 20 times 3 is 40 plus 20, which is 60. 20 times 4 is 60 plus 20, which is 80. 20 times 5 is 100. 20 times 6 is 120. 20 times 7 is 140. 20 times 8 is 160. 20 times 9 is 180. Add 20 to 180, you get 200. That's 20 times 10. So you can see both values, both 4 and 20, share a product of 40. So our common denominator is going to be 40. What did you do after that? All right, so what you should have done at this point, you realize that 10 times 4 is 40, so I multiply bottom and top of the fraction by 10. Plus 20 times 2 is 40, so I multiply the bottom and the top of the fraction by 2. Okay, 3 times 10 is 30, 4 times 10 is 40, plus 2 times 1 is 2, and 20 times 2 is 40. Now we have a common denominator of 40 in both of the fractions. Now we can add the numerator, or the top part of the fraction. 30 plus 2 is... You said 32. You're absolutely correct. And I want you to notice again, 40, the common denominator stays 40. We're not adding the denominator or the bottom part of the fraction. It just stays 40. And 30 plus 2 is 32. Now the question is, can you reduce this fraction? Okay, so absolutely we can reduce this fraction. I want to show you 32 over 40. Now I know that 8 will divide evenly into 32 and evenly into 40. So I could have divided 8 into the top and bottom and reduced this fraction to 4/5, right? Because I know 8 times 4 is 32. And I know 8 times 5 is 40. But I wanted to show you how you can just slowly chip away at dividing and reducing this particular fraction and still end up with 4/5. So I know 32 can be divided by 2. It's an even number. I know 40 can be divided by 2. It's an even number. And so 2 goes into 3 one time with a 12 remainder. And I know 2 times 6 is 12. So 32 divided by 2 is 16. Or another way to look at it, check your answer. 16 times 2 is 32. 40 divided by 2 is 20. Because I know 4 can be divided into 2 can be divided into 4 twice, and 2 times 0 is 0. So that's 20, right? Or 20 times 2 is 40. So let's reduce 16 20ths, right? Again, another even number on top, even number on bottom, smallest even number is 2. 16 divided by 2 is 8, because 8 times 2 is 16. 20 divided by 2 is 10, because 10 times 2 is 20. So I've reduced this 16 over 20 to 8 over 10. And again, another even number on top and bottom of the fraction. The numerator on top is 8. 8 is divisible by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 10, another even number on the bottom part of the fraction. 10 divided by 2 is 5, because 5 times 2 is 10. So you can see how you could have divided 8 into top and bottom and gotten 4/5, or just started dividing even numbers to reduce these fractions one at a time. I'm hoping this is helping you out. I still have another stop and pause. You give it a try now. This is a subtraction problem. And so stick around for part 15. We're going to do something similar to what we just did here, except it's going to be a subtraction problem. Hey, if I've helped you, please help me to help others. Like, follow, share, subscribe. Remember, math is easy. Take it step by step. Thank you for joining me.